Hey guys, Nancy Faye here, Modern Day Pilgrim. I hope you're having a fabulous day today. Well, welcome back to my channel. Well, here we are, back in the van again, my favorite place to be, and yours too. Well, maybe not your van, could be your truck, your SUV, your car, whatever you got. There's all kinds of vehicles to camp in, but today I want to talk about this van right here. So, as you know, it's a 2019 Dodge Grand Caravan, and I didn't always have it. Little backstory, I used to have a 2007 Subaru Forester. Loved it so much and took that vehicle on so many trips and adventures with my youngest son, Nathan, who is now 17. He used to go with me and we would go all over the place in Michigan, UP, everywhere, all the back roads with that little car and go rock hunting. We had such a blast. But when he grew out of it, I still wanted to go, right? I was still looking for Subaru Foresters. However, my husband was more on the wavelength of, hey, I think we need to get a bigger vehicle. You know, we have a granddaughter now, and when we travel to the cabin, she's going to want to drive with us, and it would be better if we had another van. Nancy Faye didn't want another van. I did not want another van. I know. Well, I kind of fought him on it in a nice Nancy Faye kind of way, and he was just very gentle, saying, you know, I really think we should do this thing, and you know, he didn't give up, and lo and behold, this 2019 Dodge Grand Caravan that I'm sitting in right now comes across our path, and we just couldn't resist it. It's beautiful. We got it for a song. So I ended up getting this minivan. By the time I got rid of the 2007 Subaru Forester into the transition of this van, it was like 2020-ish or something like this, 2019, going into 2020. I still wanted to go camping, right? But I didn't want to tent camp. And when I started researching van camping, I was so grateful and thankful that we ended up purchasing this van here. So after all my research, figured out what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, and I got this van ready to go. So let's talk about what's so wonderful about camping in minivans. Well, number one, they're dual purpose. If you have a minivan and you have a family like I do, you're going to need to use this vehicle possibly as your family van and as your camper, so that's dual purpose, right? That's what I do. I don't have to have another vehicle to go camping in. Minivans are fantastic because you can utilize them as a camper and also as a family van. So that is number one on my list, dual purpose, definitely saving money because you don't have to have another rig to go camping in. So very grateful for this van, very grateful that my husband talked sense into me and I listened. But hey, I was giving him the business about it. I'm just gonna be real, okay? But he was right and I was wrong. So yeah, let me just say it. Yeah. Anyhow, number two, this van has Stow and Go. So all the seats go into the floor. If you had this van and you didn't have a family and you didn't need the seats, you could take these seats out and utilize the floor space where the seats would go as your storage, which is fantastic. So you've got like underfloor storage and you can bring all your things, everything's put away. Grand. That's another great thing about these vans. Not all vans have the Stow and Go, but that's okay, but some do. So if you do, fantastic. If you don't, that's okay too. The third thing why I like these vans and camping in a van like this is the windows. I absolutely love having windows all around. I was thinking, if I got a bigger van and I converted some other type of a van into a camper, but it didn't have windows, would I like that? I've been doing all these scenarios in my brain, and I have to say, I don't think I'm gonna ever purchase a vehicle that doesn't have windows all around. So whatever kind, if this breaks down, if I end up ever getting a bigger van, whatever the case may be, if Clementa's still van camping with me, she's my granddaughter, when she's older, I'm not going to get a van that doesn't have windows. I figured out that I need windows, and I love to look all the way around. I love the natural light. I like to see about me in all directions. So having a regular kind of van and having windows is really, really important to me. But again, I've got window covers, so when I need to put them in and I need privacy, I've got that. They fit in here perfectly. I had them custom made from Heat Shield, so check them out. Heat Shield makes custom window covers for any kind of vehicle. The fourth reason why I love this van is I can camp anywhere, anytime, and fit right in. Stealth camping, really important to be able to fit right in wherever you're gonna be sneaky camping at, right? So if I had a van that wasn't so normal looking, people might wonder, ooh, I wonder if someone's living in that van or sleeping in that van or whatever. But this van fits in everywhere. It fits in every parking lot. It doesn't stand out, and that's the key for me, is to not be detected. I don't want to be detected when I'm camping, if I'm stealth camping in the city, which I do. And sometimes I stealth camp in some highfalutin places and nobody knows I'm there. And I like to go to these places because they have really great rocks at the beaches around there. So I've, so far so good, never been detected, never had a knock on my window yet. And for that, I am grateful as well. So I love the windows. I love the fact that the seats go in the ground. I can convert this van into a camper. It saves me money on having another rig or dealing with something else. But again, I also want to say this. You might have more people in your family that you're van camping with, and this doesn't fit your mojo. Understood. You might need a bigger vehicle. Understood. So for any solo campers out there, maybe this is more resonating with you, or parents with one child or whatever. This van is thebomb.com, and I'm so grateful for it. Now, because I have this kind of a van and it does have Stow and Go seats, all my storage goes under my beds. This is my table bed back here that I made, and from window to window, it's 67 inches long and 24 inches wide, but I actually think the mattress is 25, but the table is 24. All my storage goes under these beds, right? So I still have a ton of space up here when I have this set up. And as you can see, I'm sitting in one of the back seats here. Now, when I bring my granddaughter, my husband and I pick her up, I don't have to take this bed setup down. I just need to move one carpet and this seat pops up and we're good to go. So my van camper stays the same no matter who's in this car. And I can pull this seat up too, so I can have 4 people in this van and have my bed still set up and my table back there and all my stuff under here. My clothing, you know, I use trunk organizers to keep my things in, and behind there, that table in the very back, the black one, I have space under there to keep things. Yeah, there are downsides. I can't take this on certain roads. If I want to go down some certain back roads to go rock hunting, you know, I can't take it on those roads, and that is a drag, but it is what it is. I was thinking about bringing my little motorcycle. I have a little 70 and I have a 125. I have a hitch on the back that I could put a little rack and put one of my bikes on there and just take those on my trips. And if I wanted to go down those rural roads, I could just park my van and take my motorcycle and go. There's all kinds of possibilities, but that's kind of a downside. This is a family vehicle, so it doesn't have the ability to go back roading. No 4-wheel drive, no all-wheel drive. It just has front-wheel drive. And the other thing is, it has a middle console here, so when I do stealth camp and I don't want to get out of the car, if I'm parking in a parking lot somewhere or on a side street or whatever, I have to actually hop over here and then hop back. And it's not doable. It is. I'm a smaller person, so it's doable for me, but maybe not for everybody. But that's kind of a deal. If that little middle console between these seats here wasn't here, that would be great, because you could just get in and out easily and it would make it so much more convenient, but that is not the case. So that's kind of a drag, but not a showstopper. But those are the only 2 things I can think of that are kind of drags using a family minivan. Gas mileage is great, even when this thing is weighed down with all my stuff. Depending, if I'm going flat surface, I'm getting 25 to 27 miles a gallon in this thing. My husband was shocked. We actually had this thing weighed down to take some things to the cabin. We were just shocked. Obviously going uphill and all that, it's a little bit different, but so the gas mileage is better, so you're saving there. But anyhow, there are all kinds of vans out there for you to look at, see what floats your boat. What are you into? Do you care if you have windows? Do you not care? Do you want to be more secluded so you don't need windows back here? That's just not me, but that's okay. There are those types of vans of, what do you call those? Cargo vans or box vans. Those are awesome, but I think you got to get out of those, don't you? And go around to the back to get in. I don't want that either. I want to be able to get in my van, be in my van, do everything I need, be completely self-sufficient, and never have to get out of my van unless I absolutely had to for some unforeseen reason. But I want to be able to get in the front seat and out in the back in the van. I don't want to have to go out the doors and get in, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so having a family minivan to camp in is a great deal. It's dual purpose, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So if you have any questions or thoughts about this van in particular, a 2019 Dodge Grand Caravan, drop them in the comment section. I love it when you guys comment. I love to respond to all of you, and as you can see on all my videos, I really do get with everybody. I may miss a few here and there. I do make sure every day to go on and see what you guys have to say and if I can help you out in any way. So keep that in mind. And I want to thank all of my new subscribers and my old subscribers. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for your support and sharing my videos. I don't check my analytics enough, but I recognize you guys are sharing my videos. So thank you very much. That means a lot to me. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Anyhow, that is all. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, like, share with your friends. Everything I learn, I like to share with you, and in turn, you can share with your friends. And remember, we don't want to be cluttery van campers, guys. So only bring what you need, not what you think you might need just in case, because that's where the clutter begins, and we do not want to be cluttery van campers. No, we don't. So think about utilizing off-the-ground beds so you can have storage underneath your beds. Look into Coleman Comfortsmart cots. There's a bunch of different kind of cots out there, but I have a Coleman, and it's 15 inches tall, which is fantastic because you can use all that underneath space for your storage, which I love. And this, I know, isn't for everybody. This is a very short bed. It's 67 inches long, and it's made from a lifetime table. But here's the thing. It does have a weight limit, and you have to reinforce the legs. It's must. You have to do it and center to be safe, okay? So check out my playlist, Van Camping in Michigan, if you want to know about this bed setup or any other of the setups that I've made videos about. Check it out. There's a lot of good information in that playlist. Anyways, guess what? Go Lions! Whoop, whoop! Sunday, it's gonna happen. I'm very excited, and I've made no plans to go anywhere because I'm gonna watch that game. All right, you guys, have a fabulous day. Thank you for your support, and that is all. Until next time, see you then.